Und damit willkommen zurück zu The Great Ace Attorney Resolve 2 Chronicles und einem sehr aufgebrachten Lord Strongheart. We have to fight fire with fire. Our courts can function without a reaper. Klar kann das Land bestimmt. Can't you see all I do done for this country? This has been my struggle.
Objection!
You are done nothing. It's not fun 6 here. Worked tirelessly and justly in court, whilst enduring the disgrace of the Reaper name. And the inspector cracks a throat with anguish for having sullied his hands throughout a desire to do the right thing. Not to mention Genshin Asogi, who risked his life going in pursuit of the truth you tried to hide. No, the darker recesses of London's underworld were largely fled by you. You little... When will you get in throat the 6 girls? That it was all for Queen and country. I'm tiring of that excuse. You have consistently twisted the truth for barging power to make others to your biting nothing more. Oh man. People who willingly twist the truth and progress, others have to no right to call themselves part of the judiciary. I strongly suggest you don't ever talk of justice again. Oh boy. Oh well. Hear me, good fellow still. Ist das zufälligerweise der Vorfall vom Polizeiinspektor, wo man am 5. Phoenix Wright hatte im allerersten Teil? Oh well, deserves a round of applause, I think, for a quite marvelous performance. What are you talking about? Those delightful grace expression, that beautiful pronounced Queen's English. Really, your friends from the Far East are quite the picture of industriousness. Your throat, keep your mockery. Ich glaube ja bloß gerade irgendwie so den Sinn, muss man mal fairerweise sagen. Kann mich aber auch fairerweise täuschen. Please don't misunderstand. It really is exactly as you both said. What are you trying to say? Es ist mir bloß gerade so seltsamerweise durchs Klatschen in den Sinn gekommen, weil das war der einzige nennenswerte andere Charakter, der dann quasi in einem Gerichtssaal applaudiert hat als Beschuldigter im Gegnerverfahren, muss man mal fairerweise sagen. Oh man. I have occupied the darker recess of London's underworld, and how did you put it? Done nothing. I confess it's a little impressed to have it point out quite so starkly, but yes, I really have done nothing. Which means I can be indicted for nothing? No? What? Aber der will definitiv einen Beweis haben. It's true, personally I have committed no crime. I've merely been surrounded by fools who have acted very rashly indeed. You can't get away with that. You've consistently preyed on people's weakness. And what? To intend them? Are you sure it wasn't just brain gaming? Oh boy, I would like to address all the good lords, ladies and gentlemen of the judiciary here present. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Dobra, jest leid für Gegner jetzt dabei. You all know of the darker recess in your great capital, and deep down I believe you also know that to fight those who dwell there request at least some of us to occupy the darkness ourselves. So let me appeal to your good sense. Now consider the situation with me. If its catalogue of horrifying revelations were to become common knowledge among the 6 million inhabitants of London, what might happen? To learn the info, famous matter of royals and nobles was a respected member of the aristocracy himself. Evidence was fabricated in the scapegoat's trial amid secret negotiations with prosecutors to effect a jailbreak. That the Reaper of the Bailey was an organized group of assassins managed by a Scotland Yard inspector. And finally, that was all masterminded by the Lord Chief Justice himself. If the general public of Britain knew the truth, all fate in the police and the prosecutor's office would be completely lost without doubt. Public order in the capital would completely break down. We'd be chased back to the lawless days of the last century. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Also gefühlt will der fairerweise noch Weißbilder haben. Precisely as it was 100 years ago when 1 in 10 of the population were criminals. Think what we have accomplished aside than a public police force, a comprehensive set of laws. And if we want to continue to protect this new era of law and order, I say again, we must at times occupy the darkness ourselves. Das mit dem Kerl, we have successfully identified and apprehended the man responsible for taking Inspector Gregson's life. That is all that was expected of this trial. All these other matters that have been discussed will be eliminated from the minute of these proceedings in the interest of preserving law and order, and to protect Her Majesty the Queen, of course. Well, my lords, ladies and gentlemen, what say you? Lasst euch doch nicht von dem einlullen. Lasst euch doch nicht von dem einlullen, muss man mal fairerweise sagen. Are you hearing this? This is the will of British judiciary. For your rousing response, I express my heartfelt gratitude. Therefore, in accordance with the overwhelming wishes of the courts, the records shall be erased. You have to respect the man's ability to turn a situation to his favor. Not Strongheart really is a master of many manipulation. You have conclusively proven his guilt, yet still he managed to evade justice. I just don't. It's what we can do, Leonoske. It looks like the trial really is going to come to an end. Now I am almost out of objection. I think there's really only one path left open to me. Was ist halt jetzt wirklich so die Frage? Haben wir diesbezüglich einen Beweis, muss man sagen, weil ist halt wirklich die Frage. Weil ich wüsste nicht, mit was wir jetzt noch Einspruch erwähnen sollten, gegen was vor allem. Es läuft halt wirklich darauf hinaus, dass wir einen Beweis liefern müssen. Da ist halt wirklich die Frage, was für ein Beweis, muss man sagen. Yes, as I know only two. The only thing that carries any weight in court is hard evidence. Das ist also die Sache. Dementsprechend ist ein Blatt das halt wirklich so ein Sachverhalt, wo man sagen muss. Wäre die Frage allerdings, was wir als Beweis quasi durchbringen könnten oder bringen müssten, ey. But Mr. Naruhodo, what evidence is there to use at this stage in the trial? I have idea. I don't know whether anything will come out of it, but if there was a time for using this particular item, we have among the evidence it's now. Also gehen wir doch mal eigentlich schrittweise mal durch, muss man mal fairerweise sagen, das Armband bringt nichts. Zeitungsartikel bringt genauso wenig, dass das wirklich sehr fraglich, inwiefern das uns was bringen sollte. Genauso die Letter of Interactions, diese Missile Notice auch nicht. Es sollte das Foto hier, das bringt uns auch nichts. Die rote Haarperücke auch nicht. Also der Revolver bringt uns nicht, der ist verdickt. Police. Also die Polizei bringt das auch nichts. Gregsons Foto bringt das auch nicht. Der Autopsiebericht bringt uns nichts. Der Crime, also die Tatortzeichnung, was hätte uns die bringen? Das und das genauso wenig. Das ist ja das Foto von unserem Grexy. Das war ja die Uhr, die mal Verbindung mit der Polizeifigur brauchte. Das sind die, nein, das auch nicht. Über Hammer schon gesprochen, zu lange. Nee. Und gemerkt, das würde uns jetzt auch nichts bringen, das genauso wenig, das auch nicht. Das Showhealing oder Iris Lucky Charm? Das ist immer so die großartige Frage, die ich mir jetzt stellen muss. Inwiefern müssen wir eigentlich, also so rein ein Gefühl, ich habe das ja schon in einem der letzten Parts erwähnt, das Gefühl, dieser Ring hier quasi irgendwie mal Beweisstück sein sollte, muss ich sagen, dass wir mit dem was beweisen sollten. Irgendwie habe ich so das Gefühl, immer noch irgendwie so das Gefühl, aber in den ganzen Konsens glaube ich eher weniger. Ich habe offiziell zwar keinen nennenswerten Zusammenhang in irgendeiner Form, muss ich sagen, aber oh shit, mach mal für den Troll gefühlt, ist das. Oh my, yes, Mr. Jones asked it if you had said with you earlier. We have exposed all of Lord Strongheart's wrongdoing now. I've no doubt that Mr. Jones had already deducted exactly how the truth would unfurl. So I think it must be time for the great detective to take central stage, don't you? Dass der dann quasi hier etwas noch dazu beisteuern kann, soll das dann dafür der ganze Konsens sein? Weiß ich es nicht. Yes, absolutely. Let's take the her by the earlier then and have. All right, here goes Heath. My dear fellows, must I remind you every time a channel tug will surface, Mr. Jones? You're looking in quite the wrong direction, Mr. Naruhodo, because I'm over here. Ah, Mr. Naruhodo, he's... Jetzt haben die da schon mit so Holographen arbeiten, die jetzt hat sie auch schon... Junge! I wasn't expected you back, Sholmes. Delighted to be here again, Lord Strongheart. What is that meaning of this? I leave says him, but that man in irons. This is a closet court. You have been warned once already, man. What the we can't get in all of him, my lord. We just go right through him. Das sieht gerade sowas von doof aus. Das muss ich mal schon fairerweise so sagen. I'm afraid your efforts are wasted, Juli. The great detective you'll see before you is composed entirely of light and shadow, and image, if you will. Mr. Naruhodo, I must congratulate you on your fine deductions. Mr. Jones, what on earth is... Are you familiar, I wonder, with the invention known as the telephone. Well, yes, I hear that some public telephones have been installed recently in Tokyo. The sound of the speaker's voice is converted to an electric signal and transmitted instantly to another place. White sounds are transmitted so cold not images keeps them company. Iris and I did some modest experimentation to develop such a device specifically for this everyday. Modest experimentation, Mr. Jones. What a modest description. And somewhat incidentally, I thought we made just as well transmit an interior sense. Somewhat incidentally, Mr. Sholmes, now you're just being immodest. Do you mean to say you are not actually here, Sholmes? I knew my trusty partner would have no trouble grasping the concept. Except he is grasping the stand to steady himself after your shock, Ariel. For further, I showed be might have been forward being the great detective's greater partner. Leave my courtroom at once, get out, or I swear to you. Dear me, you on the other hand, Lord Strongheart, appear to have a very poor grasp of the situation. Allow me to reiterate, I'm not here, which would I hope lead naturally to one asking, where exactly are you? The very question I was waiting. I'm at present enjoying the air in a rather splendid garden. Garden? Not just any garden, you understand, a garden at Buckingham Palace. What are you? You can't be Buckingham Palace. Bitte? Was zum Henker, Scholmes? Was treibt denn der jetzt da dort? What's Buckingham Palace, Miss Susato? I've never heard of it. Oh, das ist bloß der Wohnsitz der amtierenden Königin. Oh boy. Hey, do you ever read the news, Mr. Naruhodo? Mr. Jones, is Iris with you, sir? Oh, well, no. Iris is currently enjoying some tea with Her Majesty. Her Majesty? Not just any Majesty, you understand. Her Majesty, the Queen of the British Empire. Ja, was man mal so in seiner Freizeit so macht, würde ich mal behaupten. Ich by the way nicht. Muss man mal fairerweise sagen. What on earth is all this about? Buckingham Palace, Her Majesty, the Queen, the Residence in London, Mr. Naruhodo. Order and court. I demanded immediate silence. Her Majesty, the Queen can't be, I mean, no. This is some sort of unforgivable, distasteful trickery by a third-rate detective. That's all. Unforgivable, distasteful, tricky. What on apt description. A closed court season attempted by elite members of the judiciary is a rare event. I promised that Her Majesty would be more than a little curious about the proceedings. So I decided to show her everything from start to finish. Whew, you show it her? Indeed. By dint of the Herausgeber's remote cinematograph, you meddling. This is some kind of nightmare. Barock von Six, mein Lieber. Ich wünschte, es wäre wirklich ein Traum, aber hier fliegt leider actually gerade kein Darkrai durch die Gegend. Soll man fairerweise sagen, just as I appear to be standing before you, regling you with talk of my latest invention. Ja, Leute, ich bin verwirrt genug, um sagen zu können, wie das jetzt halt weitergeht und was wir sonst noch so herausfinden werden. Dies und vieles mehr finden wir im nächsten Part heraus. Vielen Dank fürs Einschalten und bis zum nächsten Mal.